Hi, TYLENOL. You've come here to speak to us today at Weasel News for your this is your debut album, right? Texts from an E-Boy.
Yeah, it's true. I had like an EP that was my technically like debut, but I pulled it like from streaming and all that. I just want to rework it. So this
Mm.
is the official debut album, EP, whatever you want to call it. But yeah.
Okay. So I'm wondering first, can you tell us a little bit about your background and sort of how you got started? What first drew you to the music industry?
For sure. So I actually emigrated here from Croatia
Mm-hmm.
way back when I was like 18, I would say. And since then, I like kind of changed my name, and like Tylenol sort of became a thing. It started at first like as a nickname due to um well, I can't go into too many specifics as I fear some of them would be problematic in a way, but
Of course.
I will just say that it was inspired by the real life counterpart, the drug you use for headaches.
Mm-hmm.
And then it sort of stuck, and I decided to take it over as an artist name. And yeah, I started music purely as fun first, like goofing around in the studio with fellow artists, Heis and Topaz, where we recorded like a fun song, Fuck EGPD, which to be honest was just like us goofing around. It wasn't meant to be anything serious. People liked it, so I decided to continue work on it, and just realized that I can write really really well. I can like form a really good melody and all of that, and I was like, wait, hold on, I can do something with that. And yeah, it just sort of evolved into me working on a debut album.
Well, yeah, wonderful. I mean, a debut album is like, it's such a huge milestone for an artist. I'm wondering, like, in the process of when you've started creating this to obviously now, getting ready to
Mhm.
release, um, how do you feel it?
So
How do you feel it's been? How's it been?
well, I do have to say, the album kind of started right off the bat as two different themes merged together. That's why we're dropping it in two parts. So we have
Mm.
part one, which is text from an e-boy, and part two, which is text from a fuckboy. And yeah, that's also kind of a leak, but yeah, we can go along.
Oh, wonderful.
The text from an e-boy started while I was still in my previous relationship, and I'm not gonna lie, it started like a year ago, sort of ish. And it began as sort of a love letter to the person.
Mm.
That's how the songs like
Wow.
were formed in the beginning. And you can tell that on some of the tracks once they're out for sure. But since I went through like a pretty bad breakup and all of that, after a few months, the album just went into a sort of like, oh, I'm fucking pissed off, and I just wanna vent in like a song. So I started writing in that direction, and I just realized it kind of formed a theme. Oh wait, this kind of goes from like a cutesy love letter to wait, are we doing all right as like a duo? Or is our relationship going okay? To fuck, we yeah, it just fell apart. And then when we started writing the fuckboy side, it kind of began like with the mindset, oh shit, let me go party and like drink this away and just have fun with it. And yeah, so the album has been like a year in the making, I think officially now, and I'm excited. I'm excited for everyone to see it. At least the part one for now. Hopefully, the part two follows very soon.
Of course. And now when we obviously just the topic of e-boys coming up, and
Mm-hmm.
you've partnered with Pizza This with an e-boy combo, and I'm
Oh, it's
wondering
true.
like
It's true.
you're certainly what everyone thinks in the city when they hear e-boy, and I'm just wondering how that collaboration has been and how you felt the city has sort of received you.
Uh, to be honest, the Evo is just like a fun play on. I think everyone in the city has their own like favorite e-boy that they text quite often, or that they snap, or
Yeah,
hit up
of
on
course.
Birdie.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think it's like a
yeah,
theme
like
that's very popular these days.
mm,
Everyone has a phone, after all.
yeah, of course.
So I think everyone has their own favorite e-boy. And Pizza Does collab just kind of came naturally, really. We were in talks with the owners Lana and Lola. They were super sweet. I mean, I often visit their establishment as well because to be honest, I love four cheese pizza bad. I am so sorry. I know like some love pepperoni, some love like that pineapple stuff. Yeah, just four cheese,
No, I
basic,
get it.
plain, simple.
I'm with pineapple myself, but they do a wonderful.
I tried it. I don't know why the hate is so forced on it. It actually tastes good. I kind of like the like sweet and salty. I don't know.
Um, and as part of the combo, there's that Tamagotchi. Like, does that like kind of
True, true.
that physical like 90s esque? Is that like does it have some certain specific meaning to you?
Well, to be honest, I'm a major fan of like debut Britney Spears, Mariah Carey, and like let's say the Destiny's Child, like all of that like late 90s, early 2000s aesthetic when like everything was fun. Like there was so much like excitement about like technology, everything was like fresh, like there was a lot of like colors left and right. It wasn't like as stale as I would like describe where we are currently,
Mhm.
and it's just the excitement that I want to like channel through my songs as well, where even if it's like a sad song you can like still understand like the references and all of that. So yeah, I would definitely say that like era or time is my sort of favorite to take inspiration from.
That's wonderful. Um, Speaking about sad songs, there, do you think there are any personal experiences? I'm thinking sort of struggles you've gone through that have shaped your sound, so to speak, and the way that you perceive yourself as an artist.
I would say for sure. Some of the songs, some that were not even really released, I would say, kind of got me out of stuff. I sort of get into my head quite a lot, from time to time, and then it just like spirals out of control and ends up in not the best paths for me. Um, and I would say
Okay.
the second part of the text from an e-boy is like reflecting that. I was like in a pretty bad state of mind, just out and about, and just it was not pretty. So I was like one day, like, okay, I need to like shape up now. It's not looking good. I'm getting fucking dropped from my label. Oh shit, I can't swear. I'm gonna get dropped from my label. It's not looking good. Let me just like shape up and try to finish this project. And while like writing the songs, because I did write all of them myself,
Mhm.
with help from others, um, I would say that that kind of was a healing process and definitely got me out of like a really, really bad headset and spot.
Oh wow. I mean, what would you say to the past you, like the you before this album? Is there anything that if you could confront and sort of come face to face with the previous you, like, is there any message you'd impart?
I would say maybe don't rush into things. But I would say the past me has given me a pretty solid body of work. So
Mm.
at the end of the day, I
Do you,
kind
do
of
you,
have to thank him
do you
for that.
find that? Do you find yourself sort of rushing into these very spontaneous situations?
I would say yeah. Until I met Elayna, I would say I was a pretty outgoing, flirty type of person, and that doesn't usually end up well. Um, at least in my circumstance, I don't know. Everyone else seems to do it so easily. Uh, but yeah, and I have to say, since I met Elayna, I've like rather calmed down, and life has been good so far. Pretty good.
I mean, that's obviously wonderful to hear. There's been a lot of buzz around this sort of
Oh,
relationship with Elayna. Like,
okay.
I mean, you could say now, like, are you, is it true that you've secretly already married and this is already sort of a closed deal behind the scenes?
Well, to be fair, we did take a trip to Vegas. Eh, there might have been some papers
Oh
signed.
my
We got them
goodness.
nulled later. The label got involved in all of that, of course, because it's not good for we're both signed to Rockford, of course. But afterwards, I decided to like, okay, let's not make it like a stupid thing because it's just gonna be tabloids and shit. Let me do the right thing. So I proposed to her during Starry Night Festival, that was organized by Star
Oh wow.
Records, while we were on stage. And yeah, we're currently in the process of planning a wedding. She is super excited about it, stressing me out as well, but
Oh,
super
well
excited.
that's really sweet.
Um, yeah, she said a big Princess Diana type wedding dress, and yeah, carriage was meant. Yeah, a lot of things were mentioned, so I'm scared,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
at the
obviously
same time, very excited.
it's really exciting, and you've talked about wanting to get away from this sort of obviously impulsive, um,
Yeah.
new things. I mean, we're talking obviously Diana here. I mean, do you see this relationship with Elayna sort of lasting longer, say, than that? I mean, is this a
Oh well,
is
yeah,
this a
yeah.
true
Maybe
love
that wasn't the
pairing of
best
sorts?
comment.
Yeah, I'm thinking, is this a true
Maybe
love
Princess
pairing,
Diana.
or is
Yeah,
that
yeah. I would say definitely, yeah. We make a really good couple. She like straightens me out. I sometimes straighten her out. Of course, everyone says Elayna is very demanding, rude, and all of that. I would disagree to basically all of those allegations. She's
oh well,
super sweet in person. She's kind, compassionate. And yeah, she's got me out of a lot of bad stuff as well. So
I
I
mean,
just, I all the love to her, really.
yeah, I mean that's a really beautiful sentiment. I hope. I mean, I think everyone in Evergreen does hope that like this relationship will bring out a wonderful sort of side of each other. Kind of.
Well, definitely, definitely. I heard she's writing like a deluxe album as well, so I
Oh well,
think it's a
gosh.
positive
Well,
impact.
I mean, hey, if we can find any way to speak to her in the future, is there any is there any musical collaboration between you? Is she on the album? Is she going to be on the next album?
We are planning something, yes. I can't like
Mm-hmm.
say everything, but I do have a lot of fun upcoming collaborations, and Elayna is definitely included in the list alongside Sky and Curtis Ash that are on E-Boy record, or Bethany Richmond that is on Fuckboy record, etc. So I'm looking forward to everyone hearing a different type of sound and different type of people on the songs that I send out.
So obviously you very kindly agreed to show us a sort of small snippet of the upcoming album. Before that, I think as a final question, something when I brought your name up around the city, um,
Mhm.
Lil Crow comes up a lot.
All right.
Now, it's sort of it's become a legend in certain circles. I mean, is it true that you were involved with that sort of movement, as you say, in its early days?
Uh, I wouldn't call, well, Little Croatia wasn't really a movement in the beginning. It was actually a business endeavor between me, my very good friend, almost a sister, really, Julia Fox, and a third Croatian as well, Josephine Minaj. And we just ran, it was organized as a trucking company, like transport delivery. And it kind of got a bad rep, of course, throughout the days. And I do have to say, I'm not going to deny it, I do have a criminal record, which I'm not very proud of. And I do feel a lot of remorse for that. But I do not associate whatsoever with the name Little Crow with anyone involved with that. And um, basically, I don't have anything to do with them, nor do I really rock the color blue anymore.
I mean, do you, do you do you think anything of them? Do you see them around? Is there any what
I don't believe they
what's your
want to see me
perception of them?
around. I don't think we have the best of relationship. Of course, I've known all of them for a long time. I used to be friends with some of them as well. Um, I would not go into the extents of like what happened and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
wish them all the
Well,
best.
we wouldn't ask that of
But
you, of course.
yeah, but I don't involve myself with them, nor do we hang out in the same circles. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you've sort of obviously this album is your success story. This is you coming out of that scene, I suppose. Um, well, it's been lovely talking to you. I wonder now, could we hear a little bit from that album? A little snippet?
Of course. Of course, I'm done to play a snippet for y'all. If you
Amazing.
have a speaker or like radio or something where you can like pop the song. Okay, I'm ready.